Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Canvas Studio. With Canvas Studio you can insert videos within your Canvas course and embed questions within the video as a quiz for the students to take as they're watching it. And best of all, it automatically grades the student's quiz and enters it into your gradebook. So here we go. All right, so starting from your home page, you should have a navigation tab for Studio. And if you've ever wondered what it is, that's what this video is all about. So if we click on it, you're going to see a couple of things. These are some videos that I've been playing around with. And what I'm going to show you how to do is add a video to your library. It is important to understand that with Studio, you utilize what's called a library. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a video, and I have already pre-selected a video that I just made. This is a tutorial about how to administer. There it is. I don't need to hear all that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to paste the URL of that video, and there it is. So now this is literally just taken off of YouTube. And what you want to do is go to your library. And there you see it in the library. And now if we go to these three little dots, you see we have some options here, but we want to create a quiz. So we'll enter a fake name here, Practice Studio Quiz, and enter a description. Now this is kind of interesting. You can hide the question markers for students, which kind of forces them to watch the video. And as you'll see, I'm going to leave it unchecked for now just so we can explore both. And let's go ahead and get started. So first thing to notice is, what do we do here? Well, you have a play button and a little plus sign. So if you want to start off with a question, you can just hit that little plus sign. And let's say you want to ask a question. So this is the start of the video, true, false, and of course that's true. And if you want to, you can add some interactive stuff there, feedback for them. Hit save. There's our first question. Okay, so I'm going to now play the video, and if you've watched the previous video, you'll hear this sound familiar, but and you see it already started off with a question. So start of the video, yes. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, so I'm going to ask a question now, and it's going to be a multiple choice question. If a student asks for a password, and then I'll just go ahead and put the correct answer, they didn't set up Proctorio and they weren't using Chrome. Okay, and then you can type some fake answers here and so forth, and then hit save. Okay, so and then we're just going to keep chugging along here, and I'm just going to start doing this more quickly in the interest of time. So let's say we want to move the cursor to here and add a question there for some true or false, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and so forth. And then if we want to just be really mean and put it in the last question all the way at the very end, you could do that. So we'll just do one more. And by the way, you can also do multiple answer questions, which are not multiple choice, but there could be like several correct answers. And those are kind of fun to play with as well. And you also have the option to shuffle choices, and don't forget, you always good practice to leave feedback when you finish a question. Okay, so let's put one at the very end just to make sure they watch the whole thing, and we'll do a true false. This is the end, and hit save. And again, that question feedback is a real important thing to add as you're doing this. And hit done. Okay, So that was easy enough. Now, where a lot of teachers are probably going to get confused is how do you actually add this to your course? All right, so this is a pretty important step. We're going to go to a module and we're going to add this embedded video quiz. But very importantly, you do not add it as a quiz. So you don't use the quiz selection, you use assignment. So we're going to go ahead and create a new assignment, and we're going to call it Demo Embedded Video Quiz. And we're going to add item. Okay, and then we're going to click on the item so that we can edit it. We're going to go to Edit. And this is where it gets kind of confusing for a lot of people. And so let's first of all go ahead and make our point selections. Call this an other grade. Now, submission type, this is where you need to really pay attention. The submission type we want to use is an external tool. And you can go and scroll down until you find Canvas Studio. Okay, now this is unnecessarily confusing, I have found. So let's go ahead and select this, and for some reason it defaults to standard embed, and we want, of course, video quiz embed, and click embed, and then hit select. And now you should be able to go up and, I forgot I was going to hit save. Now you should be able to see the quiz right there, and if we hit get started, it should immediately give us that first question. Or not. There you go. So, and you basically make your selection and continue.
This is a tutorial about how to administer.
It's really loud. Make your selection and keep watching, and then you can see right here that it's tells you where the questions are. Now, this is kind of a personal preference thing, but I think generally we want students to actually watch the videos, and if you tell them where the questions are, all they're going to do is watch those moments surrounding the questions. So remember back in the original settings, and let's go ahead and go back into Studio and see if we can change that. This is we need to go to the library, and there's the quiz that we did. You notice it kind of saved it there. So we're going to open up that quiz. And what we want to do is change this parameter right here. So hide question markers on the timeline for students, and then we can hit save. And if my suspicion is correct, we should be able to go back into that quiz from the module. And in fact, I'm going to go one better. I'm going to go into student mode and take a look at what that quiz looks like from a student perspective. I just realized I didn't publish it, so let's go back and publish that quiz. Okay, now we'll go back to student mode. And here's the video quiz, and go ahead and get started. Okay, and so we go ahead and hit our answer.
This is a tutorial about how to administer.
Go all the way to the end and hit true, and then hit continue.
As we get,
and let's watch the video end real quick.
Environment. All right, I hope you found this helpful.
Okay, and it's prompted me for, resume the quiz or submit an incomplete quiz. I just want to show you what happens. So, and there it is. So, okay, that's how you do a embedded video quiz in Canvas Studio. And once again, hope you found this helpful.